When trips to your local car boot sale and hours on eBay prove fruitless, the only option left is to do it yourself.
I'm working props on Noel Coward's Private Lives, which is set in the 1930s. So it's meant we've had to source lots of things that look vaguely Art Deco-ish, perhaps a little beyond.
Well, Diane has been extremely clever with regard to finding those. We have got, again, a props store here in the theatre, and I know that at my behest she's been looking round every time she sees a 1930s item. She has been collecting it together prior to our coming into rehearsal.
Authentic looking props for this have meant I've done every charity shop, every junkyard, friends, anyone at all, to find things that will fit, that could be adjusted, that would look period, even though they're not. Can't afford the period ones, they're far too popular. One of the things I was able to find, during the second act of the fight scene, Amanda breaks one of the old 78 RPM records across Elliot's head. And I managed to source enough records to do that with every night and have some spares. So that was a superb advantage, because vinyl just doesn't break in the same way.
In terms of props, Diane has been very clever in collecting the items and altering existing items to appear 1930s wise. One particular item that has worked extremely well are the cushions which go on to the great settee.
In order to decorate the sofa, I got some ordinary cushions. In fact, they're all the cushions out of my house, and created the covers and took a stencil from a 1929-1930 chair I have at home, adjusted the pattern slightly and then stenciled it on so that the cushions will fit the style of the production. And I upholstered the sofa, which was a nightmare, and I upholstered one of my own chairs. So that's around in the theatre as well for this play.
So it is possible to do these things, you know, quite readily.
The hardest thing to source in this play were the cigarettes, because a Noel Coward play in the 30s without smoking just doesn't look right. Everybody smoked then. And we tried all sorts of things, and eventually I found an electronic cigarette that glows at the end and produces vapour when you breathe out, so it looks totally real. And that's been the best thing of all to find.
And all in all, we have now got a very good property organisation here, and we've got the benefit of that when we come onto stage.